Salvete omnes, this is Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and we are at the stage select screen of Mega Man X4, with 8 all-new Mavericks to face: Web Spider, Cyber Peacock, Storm Owl, Magma Dragoon, Jet Stingray, Split Mushroom, Slash Beast, and Frost Walrus. And I don't actually have too much of a recommendation as far as which one you should do first. Because, for one thing, besides taking the boss weaknesses into account, you also have to keep in mind the power-ups. Specifically, well, mainly at least, the Buster upgrade, which in this game is quite useful and definitely better than any of the special weapons, more useful and more powerful probably. The most commonly accepted weakness circle is Web Spider, Split Mushroom, Cyber Peacock, Storm Owl, Magma Dragoon, Frost Walrus, Jet Stingray, and then Slash Beast in that order. But I'm not sure if I'd recommend that, honestly. I personally find Frost Walrus the easiest to do first, but that has its problems as well. Because if you start with him, and then decide to follow the weakness order, you don't get the Buster upgrade until you're almost at the end of the Maverick stages, almost all the way through. Though, on the other hand, the more commonly recommended order has its problems, which is, for one thing, Split Mushroom stage is probably the longest and most difficult of any of the Maverick stages, and you'd end up doing that one second. And Web Spider himself is no slouch. So, if this is your first time with the game, I don't care what the game gods say to the contrary, don't do Web Spider first. That said though, I'm actually going to do his stage first anyway. Because while I've played the game enough times that I think I can handle it, and his stage does contain the air dash boots, which are useful. Kind of a fancy intro for the Maverick there. He protects the secret weapon of the jungle, and we're in Area 1 of the jungle, which has nice-looking graphics and amazingly catchy music. Seriously, I love Web Spider's stage music. We are faced with fish that can jump out of the water and fly at you, but let's not give him a chance to do that last one, shall we? And we have these guys. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. They're like Atlantean fish people or something. And careful when sliding down the walls here, because you have these things, which I think are supposed to be similar to the octopus batteries in the very first Mega Man game, but they don't quite act like them, they just kind of look like them. If we go into this little alcove here, we find our first Dr. Light enhancement. This battle should never have happened, X. Why must Reploids fight each other? Why do these peacekeepers persist in fighting each other? Because they're fools, I tell ya. This must be some sort of mistake. X, enter this capsule. Equip with this to discover the truth. Equip with this boot module and jump twice in the air to hover. You can move either left or right and will remain airborne for a few moments. It is effective for negotiating through higher and more dangerous terrain. Negotiating? I'm not sure if you used the right word there, but whatever. Stop this tragic war as soon as possible, X. Quick, before we decide to make 4 games after this one. Yeah, you didn't forget about these now, did you? Oh, we don't get a demonstration. Well, these allow you to air dash, and in this game they also allow you to hover for a bit, though that... I never really used the hover much, honestly. Another fish guy there, and... one of these. Whoa! And that caught me before I could react to it. And we have these, which are, again, similar to an enemy from the first Mega Man, spines. Actually, similar to a lot of enemies from the classic series. Just about every game had one of those. And now we have logs. Shades of Slash Man, is it? Or Super Mario Bros. 2, depending on how you look at it. But we can climb on walls, so this is pretty easy, especially with the air dash. I love the stage music. Mega Man X4 has a pretty dang good soundtrack, really. I don't know if it's the best in the series, but it's definitely up there. Can I charge shot this guy without leaving the ladder? Okay, good, I can. Unless, of course, that happens. You are a nuisance, Buster. And he respawned immediately. But this guy, there's no other enemies to worry about. So, almost out of the first area. Now this guy you want to take out before the next one shows up, because then one's going to appear behind you like that, and you don't actually have to defeat him, but why not? Just open this door to progress to Area 2. Get a health refill, and the music restarts. Now, this area can be problematic. You have these snake enemies on the ground, and they're too low down to hit with your buster if you're on the same level as they are. I think that even applies to the charged shot, but definitely the uncharged one. We also have these little electric spiderweb things. Okay, I guess you can hit him with the charged shot. And bees. Remember those from the intro stage? That guy is too high to hit, and so is he. But let's just ignore them, shall we? Now we have beehives that produce lots and lots of bees, but they're not difficult to destroy. Just shoot them and they blow up, and it is glorious. Well, shoot them with a fully charged shot at least. If you let them live for too long like I just did, you get a bee in the face. Not much of a threat, though. More of these guys. The stage sure does like those guys. I don't even think they're in any other stage that I can recall in this game. Maybe, but I can't remember any. And now those things are shooting out 2 spiders at once. And we have more snakes dropping down. Why did it have to be snakes? I don't know, but let's blow up the snakes. You can't get the heart tank in this stage without special weapons, so I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, of course, there are heart tanks in this game. Heart tanks, and 2 sub-tanks, a weapon tank and an X-tank. Yeah, this game started the trend of, let's only put 2 sub-tanks in the game and replace the other 2 with tanks that are more or less worthless. And now we have 2 spider webs. You have to destroy all the spiders it shoots out to get rid of that little extra electric web strand. Well, we're at Web Spider with full health. That's good. And that must be the secret weapon they were talking about. Hello, Web Spider.
You've labeled us all as Mavericks! I won't let you pass. Turn back now!
He is an electric spider. And for the first half of his fight, he does this. He comes down from the trees and shoots these little homing lightning webs at you. You can get 2 shots off at him, but it really depends on where... Oh, ow. And this is why I don't recommend doing Web Spider first. Because those lightning webs, well, they're not too difficult to dodge, but if they catch you, they hurt. Seriously, they'll take off like 1/3 of your health. Or at least they can, if you don't have any power-ups. I mean, really? Why would you... And it hit me again. Like I said. Like, that's not a good choice for a boss to do first. That would be like playing Mega Man 1 and saying, hey, why don't you start off with a Lek-Man? Well, okay, maybe not always 1/3 of your health, given that I've already gotten hit by 3 of them. Now, for this second phase... He still has the homing webs, but now he also shoots out these little spiders. He always, kills me. Did I mention how much damage those homing webs do, if you get caught by them? Yeah, that was pretty sloppy, but round 2, fight. We still have to go through the loud, annoying warning alarm buzz, but... No message this time. Also, you might notice how much bigger the boss's health meter is than X's. Yeah. This game also started that trend. I think the bosses have 40 HP in this game. At least most of them do. I'm not positive on that, but... Oh, that was too close. See, this is like the one boss where that Zero actually doesn't have too much trouble with. Particularly if you come here with the double jump. And he's into his second phase. He's invincible while he's frozen like that for a bit. Problem with those little spiders is you have to have a fully charged shot to hit them. See, you always know which attack he's going to do in this phase because he always throws 2 lightning webs and then shoots out the little spiders. Or I guess he shoots out the little spiders first and then throws 2 lightning webs and then whatever. Important thing is that's what he attacks, how he attacks. And once you get used to him, he's not too hard. Like I said though, just the sheer amount of damage he can do to you makes me still not recommend him first. And we got Lightning Web. Zero actually gets completely different weapons from X in this game. Lightning Web is a spider net charged with electricity that can be used to attack, wall jump, or double jump. Yeah, it actually acts as a wall and you can climb off it. It doesn't stay there forever, of course. Not that I need the memory card slots, but I wonder how those are emulated anyway. Now, the weapon Zero gets is basically a light and electric stabbing kind of attack. But we're not playing as Zero, so we don't need to worry about that. We have one of our 8 stages down. And with that, it's the end of this one. So, I'll see you next time in the next stage.